My name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder of Landscape Marketing Hero. And today, what I'm going to share with you is how to become an effective CEO of your landscaping company so that you can grow the business you want to have and so you can achieve the freedom of time and the freedom of money that you probably were seeking when you started out your landscaping company. So stay tuned and I'll share this with you. I'm Gabe Arnold, and this is the Green Mountain Podcast. We are the champions who brave the elements to create beauty. We see chaos and create order. We are never afraid of hard work, and we understand the power of strategic thinking and intentional actions. We come from all walks of life, and we will never allow our past to determine our future potential. We create beauty around the homes of our customers and increase the value of our community with the work that we do every day. We understand the power of consistent branding because it helps us grow and serve all those around us. We practice effective sales so our company, employees, and community can benefit from the value we add. We intentionally invest in operational habits that help us deliver excellent results to our customers on a continual basis. We understand that powerful and beautiful things take time to grow, and with consistent watering and intention, amazing results can happen. We are committed to making the world a better place by being positive examples to all those around us. We don't allow anyone to look down on us because we know the value we bring to our community as leaders. We create positive workplaces for our employees so they feel safe and supported, and at the same time, we hold ourselves to high standards. We pursue excellence on a daily basis because we know the journey is worth the sacrifice. We are the protectors of the land. We are the guardians of beauty. We are the heroes. We are landscapers. When we first start our companies, many of us and many of the clients I've spoken to and many of the experiences I've had personally, we start out with big dreams. We start out wanting to have freedom of time, freedom of money. We want the financial rewards of a business. We want to have the flexibility to work when we want, take the vacations we want, and ultimately have more control of our own career and our own life. And we start out with those big dreams, but then as we get into the business, part of what the business requires in the beginning is us diving in and doing the work and working hard and creating structures and acquiring customers and getting, outstanding employees to work for us. And there's just so much work to do. But it's also easy to stay stuck in that season of the startup mode and forget that we wanted to be the CEO of our company. And that's why we created the CEO method here at Landscape Marketing Hero, because it's a simple framework that reminds us to zoom out of the day-to-day, let go of for a minute any challenges we're having with our crews or with our customers or the things that are going on, and just step back from it, because those problems will be there for us to solve as soon as we're done zooming out and getting bigger perspective. And it just reminds us to zoom out and operate inside of a model, operate inside of a structure that will give us freedom of time and freedom of money, both now and in the future even more. The CEO method, which we talk about a lot on the show, the CEO stands for C is consistent branding, because when you have consistent branding, your marketing will be stable and you'll bring in new customers and outstanding hardworking employees on a consistent basis. The E stands for effective sales. When you practice and improve and optimize your sales process, you will close more customers, higher dollar customers, and better customers. And the O stands for operational habits. Because when we're intentional about the operational habits we put inside of our business, how we show up on time to work, how we show up at a customer's job, how we manage our finances, how we invest in our employees, when we're intentional with those things, then we continue to build a strong culture, and it supports the whole entire model of consistent branding, effective sales, and operational habits. And the nice thing about this model is wherever you are in your business, if you're just starting out trying to break six figures, or you're trying to make $1 million, or you're trying to make 5 or 10 million and get all the way up the Green Mountain of having $10 million of revenue or more per year, then this model works no matter what season you're in, because you can sit down and assess your business and ask yourself, are we getting enough new customers? Are we getting enough outstanding employees to grow along with us as we're getting new customers? If there's challenges there, then you can work on the C. You can work on consistent branding. If you're getting plenty of leads, but you're not getting customers, people are calling you, they're reaching out, but you're having trouble closing, if you have 10 customer appointments and you close less than 4 of those, then there's a sales problem. We need to push you over 4 and 10 and get you to 5 and 10 and ultimately 6 and 10 and beyond. We have a method that we teach inside of our mastermind that shows you how to close 90% of your estimates It works very well. We've used it for a long time with our clients, and we've used it in multiple industries, not just in the landscaping space. So if you see, like, we have people calling, we have people reaching out, there's prospects in our community that are interested in us because maybe our consistent branding is stable enough, but we're not closing enough of those people to become customers, then you get to focus on effective sales. That's the component to focus on. And you can also ask yourself, like, what's the quality of our work? Do our team members, our employees, do they stay with us for a few years and even beyond that? What's going on operationally inside the business? Would I give that a positive score? You can even just score these 3 areas 1 to 10. If the answer is no there, then you can say, great, like, I can invest more in my culture. I can invest in the operational habits. I can create deeper relationships and more connection with my employees because they're going to do better work when they understand my vision. They understand the process that we work through. And so remembering and using the CEO method helps you step out of the business and work on the business. And then once you have a strategy and plan of what you're going to do, you can get back into the business and apply those things. So always remember the CEO method and apply that as you evaluate your business and choose where to focus your time and energy. The second thing to really keep in mind is, as you want to become an effective and influential and powerful CEO that is going to serve your employees, serve your customers, and really be a leader in your community, is to make sure that you're investing in your team and taking total responsibility for the success of your company. Companies that I've been in that have not been successful and have failed are the ones where the CEO, the leader, the owner, the managers are blaming their team, blaming the employees for what's not going right. The problem with doing that is our employees learn by our example. Our teams follow what we do. And so if I'm blaming the crew leaders, then the crew leaders are going to blame the other folks on the job with them, and everybody's just going to blame everybody and nothing's going to happen. But if we choose a different path and we choose to take full and total ownership and responsibility of what happens, then when something doesn't go right on a job, you say, that's my fault. Let's find a way to solve this. And you can still uncover the challenges and the things that didn't go right, and you can coach and instruct and train your employees, but you are taking ownership. And then when you take ownership, your crew leaders take ownership, and all your employees will learn to take ownership because you're setting that example. They're just going to do what you do. And so remember to, with your actions, show them what you want and not just your words. The third thing that I always keep in mind when I think about being an effective CEO of a landscaping company is understanding this law, this principle that I learned years ago from a leadership expert named John Maxwell. And he calls this law the law of the lid in leadership. So he says, whatever your leadership potential is at currently, the rest of your organization is capped by that. So if you're not as effective in communication as you should be, or maybe you're impatient or you lose your temper a lot, that's a lid, that's a cap on your growth. But if you look inside and you take full ownership and responsibility and say, how can I communicate more effectively? What training should I get on that? What books can I read? Who can I get to just coach and support me at that? How can I become more patient and learn to handle frustrations and challenges differently? When you do that, you raise your leadership lid up a little bit. You raise that level and you create a new ceiling for your company's growth. And to grow all the way up the Green Mountain to reach $10 million or more per year in revenue, it's all about personal growth and you developing and growing as a leader, because when you grow as a leader, your employees can grow, your customer size will grow, everything is positively impacted. So remember, when there's a problem in your business, the good news is that it's your fault. And it's good news because if it's your fault, you can change it, you can take ownership, and you can make a change. Don't allow yourself to fall into weak and ineffective thinking of saying that's somebody else's fault, or my customer screwed it up, or the employee didn't do it right, or the crew leader did this, or my office manager did this. If you're pointing fingers, you're a victim and you can't solve the problem. If you take full ownership, you can say, yep, this is my fault, which is great news because it means I can dive in and solve this. I can figure out which of the 3 core pillars in my business, consistent branding, effective sales, or operational habits, need more work. And I'm going to dive in and invest, and I'm going to show my team how to solve things instead of just telling them how to solve things. So I hope that's been helpful for you today. Being an effective CEO, growing as a leader, it's absolutely one of the biggest leverage points you have to growing your business and having the success you want. So I hope this has been inspiring and useful to you. If you need any help with this, please reach out at landscapemarketinghero.com. I'd love to serve and help you with any of your needs. And I look forward to seeing you on next week's show. If you're ready to begin your journey up the Green Mountain, where we show you how to build a low-stress, high-profit, $10 million per year landscaping company, then head over to landscapemarketinghero.com to download your free growth map. One of our guides will be there to help you along the way. Again, that's landscapemarketinghero.com.